Hi, my name is Josh Moran, and welcome to the Financial Aid System of Tennessee. This is going to be a quick video covering some of the report updates and a couple of release notes that we wanted to share with you. And just by the way, this is the fifth video covering updates too fast for DEG. If you haven't watched those, they can be found on both the agency and college user video lists. We're also going to send out an email as well that will have those links. Those videos are numbered in the order that I think they should be watched. Each of them kind of build on the next ones. And just FYI, they're much shorter videos. Instead of trying to do one long video, we just cut them up into smaller sections. So hopefully that works out for everyone. Okay, so first off, I want to mention that a lot of us had to clear our browser history to get these new pages to load after the install. For some odd reason, using a hard refresh wasn't working, and by hard refresh, I'm talking about using the F5 or Control and F5 keys. That usually does the trick, but myself and some others had to go into settings and clear browser history to get them to load. And I want to point out, if you go to the verification or certification rosters and you still get that field asking you to enter a GPA, that's a cache issue and you need to clear your browser history. If you still get that error afterwards, make sure that you closed all your browser windows after deleting your browser history and see if that does the trick. Next, let's talk about report updates. So first off, the DEG Application Information Report. That's the one that I believe is primarily used to create your admissions information or prospect records for your DEG applicants. That one has been updated this weekend to include any student who lists your school on any position on the DEG application. Next, I want to make a note that the DEG Application Report, we'll work on removing this one sometime the next day or so. That's an older DEG application report used for Give and your high demand coursework. We'll remove that. We just noticed it while doing the testing and we want to take it out just so there's no confusion about which reports to use. We'll just disable that. We may try to think of some new uses and make some edits to that report. But if you have any ideas or suggestions, let us know and we can certainly change that around. Okay, so let's talk about new DEG reports, and I want to go over the order of selection report. This one can be found in reports, and you're going to go over to your rosters tab, and you'll see the DEG order of selection report in there. Maybe I have likely more reports, so don't let that throw you off. But clicking on that report, you're going to see that it has three parameters, one for your academic year, one for your order of institution, which I'll go over in a second. I have a drop down for institution, but your value should be populated automatically with your institution. So you're going to use this report to identify which students listed your school on the DEG application, either in any position, 1 through 5, and you're going to do that by using the all parameter there. Or you can look specifically instead for students who listed your school in either the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth position on the DEG application. And so I'm going to run it here for all for Austin P. And produce the output on the report. And just a note, this is from our test environment. So all of these students are, most of them are testers and their accounts on there. So this is made up student information. And just in case you're one of the schools listed in the output, your contact information in our test environment is likely out of date. It's never a bad idea to go and check that periodically in production, but don't be thrown off if we have some old contact information in here. And so once you produce the output from this report, you can use the output in what comes out by default. But I think what's going to be more useful in this situation is to extract it in either Excel or CSV format. And just a comment about that one. Excel is totally fine, but I'm a big fan of CSV format. When you extract it in CSV, you're not going to have those same pesky additional header rows that come out in Excel. Also, the benefit with CSV, especially if you have large rosters, large reports, and I'm talking, 1,000+ students on there, CSV extracts a lot quicker than Excel, and noticeably so when on those large rosters. And those two items, all of them apply to all fast reports. So next time you're in there, if you haven't used CSV, just give it a try to see the difference. So I've got some output already pulled out into Excel over here, and I've gone through and applied a sort order on it already. First by the first institution, second, and then the third. And certainly, if you have fourth and fifth, you can add those additional filters. Right now, we only have a max of 3 institutions on our test students here. And so, for example, you can go down through here. Here's the column for first institution. If I'm Austin P, I can see, well, I've got an additional 2 students also attending Chattanooga State. If I feel that I want to coordinate something with them, I can. And here's the contact information for their DEG contact. I think where it's probably going to be more useful, if you scroll down, Austin P can say, okay, I'm the second institution for these students. And I can see I've got 2 of them that are attending Chat State. If I'm Austin P, I might reach out to Kimberly there to say, hey, just want to check if these students are enrolled. Do you have an idea what you might pay for? And that sort of thing. And then I can go through. I may only have 1 student at Cleveland State, but certainly I can send a contact out to Jan there. Over here, I've got 3 students attending Columbia State. This way I can send Jolene 1 email for all 3 students to go through and work on coordinating their awards. And then once you start getting students who are submitting more schools for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you can repeat the same thing for those additional columns on there. So, we were talking here lately, we were thinking there were some additional columns that might be useful on there, but we're very interested in hearing some feedback from you all. If there's some additional information that you think should be added to this report, let us know. We should be able to make additions to it relatively easy. One last important note about this report. So we do filter schools out if they're not of the same like type as your institution. So I'm running this for Austin P right now, and you notice that there are no TCATs on there. So we're filtering them out, and that's going to be true across all the reports, or on this report, regardless of which school you are. When you, if you award DEG as a TCAT, for example, you're not going to see community college or 4-year institutions on it. You'll just see other TCATs. And we did that just because we, since you're not having to coordinate awards with the opposite institution type anymore, we thought that would be easier for this. Hopefully we made the right decision, but if you have any suggestions about it, just let us know. And that's it. Hopefully everything's going for y'all. If you run into any issues or have questions, let us know. I was thinking about doing another video regarding awarding using the batch certification file. That one I'll try to get done sometime in the next week. But otherwise, hope everyone has a good day. Thank you.